Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Mystic Rose and I'm so happy to have y'all here with me today. We're going to be exploring all about people's first impressions of you. What kind of first impression are you making upon people? There will be 3 piles to choose from. You can choose using either gemstones or images or some combination of the two. The choice is yours. All you need to do is go to the timestamps below to make your selection. I hope that you will enjoy today's reading, and if you do, please be sure to hit that like button. Please leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts and how this resonates with you. And if you like my vibe, please hit subscribe and join the tribe. I would love to have you all be part of this awesome community. And thank you so much to my returning subscribers. Thank you to all of my Patreon members and my channel members. Without your love and support, I would not be able to do this work. So thank you so much. Let's go ahead without any further hesitation and get started on today's tarot pick a card reading all about people's first impressions of you. Hello and welcome to your gemstone selection. For pile 1, if you are drawn to this red jasper, you'll choose pile 1. If you are drawn to this strawberry quartz, you'll choose pile 2. And if you're drawn to purple amethyst in the raw, you'll choose pile number 3. Don't forget, there is a bonus for my subscribers today. It's not too late to be considered as part of that energy. All you have to do is hit subscribe and I will be channeling your energy. And this subscriber bonus is going to be all about what makes you stand out the most, okay, in positive ways. And the main reading today is going to be all about people's first impressions of you. I hope that you'll be sure to enjoy. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoy this video and if it resonates, and please be sure to like, and if you like my vibe, hit subscribe and join the tribe. I would just love to have y'all be part of this awesome community. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello and welcome. If you chose image 1 or red jasper, you're in the right place for today's tarot pick a card reading. We're going to be discovering what are people's first impressions of you. And as a special bonus to my subscribers, we'll be talking about what makes you stand out most. Okay, so, what is most beautiful about you? Okay, so what are people's first impressions of you? I'm going to be using the Cosmic Coven Tarot for today's reading. I will be doing some spirit talk because I haven't done automatic writing in a while, and I've had some people ask me why I haven't been doing that. I just like to take a break from it from time and time again, or now and again. I like to take a break from it. I'm going to be using some cards that I made, as well as some channeled message cards, okay? And I'll be casting charms, and so there will be letter tells at the end so that you can, find your initials or your name in the letter tells for those of you who like those extra confirmations. So I'm going to start with these, I think, and a little connection to spirit prayer. Spirit, please be here now with me and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my Pile 1 collective, all about the question at hand, and Spirit, please speak through me as you always do. Thank you. Okay, so what is people's first impression? How do they view my Pile 1 overall? How do most people view my Pile 1 when they first meet them? Adored. Okay. We've got the adored, so many people actually, they kind of like look at you and they assume that you might get a lot of attention for the way that you look. You're very beautiful. They may notice a lot of people looking at you. You're very attractive. You could be gothic. Okay, so also at the bottom of the deck we have generous. So you're a very generous, sincere, warm-hearted person. Also just very, very good looking, and no matter your age, you look wonderful. So if you are in your 40s or 50s or even older, you really don't look your age, you look much younger. And perhaps you like to experiment with different styles. Some people may assume that you're into emo or gothic fashion, or Others of you, people just assume that you're very, I don't know, very different. Like, I think I have two very different types watching this pile. I think I have some that are into Gothic style, and I think I have some people here that are into more of like the comfortable clothing that likes to take it up a notch for evening wear or for special occasions. Now, that could also be speaking to one type of person who is very multifaceted. This could be somebody here who gravitates toward darker clothing, maybe clothes with a little bit of edginess, but also likes comfortable clothing and dressing up. So that could be you that embodies all these things. But when people look at you, their first impressions of you is that, wow, you really take good care of your body, and you're a very generous person, and you seem to get a lot of attention for the way that you look. Let's go ahead and put these to the side, and I'll get more information about how people view you, at least their first impressions of you. All right, so Spirit, what are people's first impressions of my pile one? Oh, wow. We have the Three of Cups, which is for friendship. A lot of people assume that you would be a really great friend. You would provide a lot of entertaining conversations. You have a lot of interesting stories to tell and to share. This card kind of also makes me feel like if this girl was talking, all of these men here would be like waiting for every word she has to say, like holding on to every word she has to say. So I think that you have a real power over people, okay? As far as like your presence, you have a very powerful presence. We have the Star card, and we have the Seven of Swords. So, okay, Spirit, why do we have the Seven of Swords? Please let us know why we have the Seven of Swords. Page of Cups, the Tower, and Knight of Wands. People kind of look at you and their first impressions are that you're a no-nonsense kind of person. You don't mess around. You could have a very serious expression on your face most of the time. And you don't mess around with people that don't treat you right. People that are like deceptive, or, you know, they want to act like toxic with you. You will just cut them out. People kind of know that. Overall, though, they just sense a healing energy about you, a presence about you. And also they see like a lot of star quality in you. They look at you and they think that you're the type of person that would go really far in an industry where you could be famous. Okay, because a lot of people would adore you, not only based on your looks, but your kindness. And also, I think that you have a spiritual breadth of knowledge. Your spiritual database is quite big as far as what you know about spirituality, and you're always learning. So it's like people can just kind of tell that about you, that you seem very much like an old soul. And how can they tell this? Well, a lot of people can tell this by your aura, by the eyes, you know, the look in your eyes, the expression, and the way that you treat people. Because you treat people really kindly, and it's like you just have old soul vibes. Like, you're just a very genuine, wise person. Like a wise old soul. And you're also, with the King of Wands, somebody who the first impression would be that yes, you're very good looking, but also you're very passionate about whatever it is you're doing, whether that be the clothing choices that you're putting your energy into, you know, doing, like your outfits you're putting together. Also, people think that you're very passionate about like your interactions with others. Everything you do basically is filled with passion. And I think that's why two people get that in first impression of you, that you would really go far in something where you could just shine in the spotlight, you know, because of the adoration here, and because it's like people almost like hang on every word that you say, because you have so much wisdom inside of you and you're always learning and growing. the fact that your cutoff game is so strong can intimidate some people, but it also makes people want to work harder to please you, and to like, you make people want to be your friend, and you have high standards. So it's like people almost feel like they need to act right or come at you right, okay? And there's a lot of respect that people automatically give you just for you showing up in this world as the star energy here. And the fact that you do look rather serious, like, you know, even though you're very much a sweetheart, you're very much generous, you would not hesitate to cut somebody off if they were not treating you right, which, I mean, that's just fair, right? That's fair. You have to take care of yourself, and you know that. All right, let's go ahead and see what other basically assumptions people make about you, like when they first meet you. I just heard like RBF. Some people, they look at you when they first meet you and they think that you have like an RBF, or like, you know what I mean? Like you have a very serious nature, or like you're hard to please. Some people like may misunderstand you that you're very hard to please, but you're not hard to please. You just have really high standards. What are the first impressions people have of you? I'm just going to be putting these down here, and then we'll flip them over together so that we can kind of be surprised together, okay? This should be really fun. What other assumptions do people make about you, or first impressions do you make upon people? Let's find out. Okay. People think you have changed. Okay, so people that you know, I guess people that you know might think that you've changed. Oh my gosh, look at that. You don't have time or energy for bull crap. I mean, yeah, that goes along really synonymously with what I was saying before, that your cutoff game is strong, that you don't tolerate ill treatment, and you don't tolerate it when people aren't treating you fairly. And that's okay, because you're taking care of yourself and you're investing energy into yourself, and other people just may get a little bit intimidated by that, but you have to live by your own rules, and you have to take care of yourself, and you are doing that. You're an icon. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that goes along perfectly well with the star card, because the star is about somebody who's very iconic. You have like the kind of vibes where people might think you're famous, or that you have the potential to go far as like an actress, or in the spotlight somehow, maybe a content creator, or whatever your talent or art form is. People think you can go far because you have iconic vibes, you know. You've reinvented yourself, so like, you know, this kind of goes along with the fact that other people that have known you for a while, they think you've changed. It's because you're always reinventing yourself, constantly changing, constantly becoming better and better, a better and better version of yourself. You could be a tarot reader. People can kind of look at you and maybe even pick that up about you, that you could really be into like that kind of vibey thing, you know, like tarot reading, astrology. You kind of have those like new age vibes, or like the witchy vibes, you know. You also look very intelligent, and people can tell that about you just from like their first impression of you when they talk to you or they see you is like, wow, that person is really intelligent. You could have like a very large vocabulary, and just the way that you present yourself with confidence and ease and grace, and the fact that like you hold yourself in high esteem and regard, and the way that you showcase all of your talents and gifts to people, it really is something that really draws people in and makes them respect you, and they feel like you're smart. That's another reason why like people hold on to every single word that you say, because you have so many like words of wisdom that I want to say, like you impart to people, and they just really cherish these words so much. You're a free spirit. People look at you and they kind of can tell that about you, that maybe you don't like to follow the rules unless the rules make sense. You're more likely to challenge a rule, or, you know, ask like, what is the efficacy of this rule? Like if something doesn't make sense, it seems like you're just somebody who is, you know, maybe a little bit of a rebel at heart. You know, you want to be free to go against the grain, or like maybe live off the grid, or like have time to yourself and not be a slave to the grind. Maybe you want to be like self-employed, or you are self-employed, or an entrepreneur. Maybe you make money from your hobbies or talents or gifts, or that's like a goal of yours, but like your time is sacred. And that's the bottom line, is like when it says free spirit here, like people know they can't waste your time. You kind of give off this impression like your time is precious, your time is valid, your time is valuable. And it's like, you give off these vibes like, don't F with me. Don't waste my time. Unless you come at me with a good, kind heart, that's, you know, then if somebody does that, then you're liable to be very kind back. But if other people come at you, like maybe you've attracted a lot of toxic people in the past, if people like that come to you, it's like, don't even come to me. I don't have time for that. I don't have energy for that. So you have like a gravity about you, like a certain like seriousness about you. Some people could even be scared about you, like if, you know, like afraid of displeasing you. I want to say like just afraid of displeasing you. There could be somebody from your past who wanted you to be stuck, but you are not stuck. You are moving right along on your soul journey and reaching goals, and I'm hearing like very successful. You definitely have old soul vibes for sure, and people can tell that when they look at you. Some people think you're yeah, so some people might think that you're cold as ice because of that intimidation, and then people compete with you. So yeah, like some people when they first meet you, they're like, oh man, you know, that person elicits something out of me and I don't like it. Yeah. So you can elicit people to have like triggered responses, and like their first impression of you is that you are all that. You are amazing. You have a lot of like sacred energy inside of you. And like I was just hearing like, yeah, like earth angel kind of vibes or something like that. Like people can just tell that like you have, I want to say like you're very special. People can just tell that about you, but it is a little bit intimidating, and it makes some people, it evokes competition in some people, because some people are like, dang, like why can't I just be like that person, you know? And it can be very, very intimidating for some people. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna cast some charms, and I'm gonna do spirit talk, and we're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the first impressions of you, and kind of like I want to play it by ear. Okay, I will do some channeling and just kind of, yeah, like I said, like play it by ear and see what spirit calls me to do. But I also would like to do some of these, which are they're stickers, but they're fun little stickers. Okay, so I'll be doing some of these, okay, and laying down some letter tiles as well as doing spirit talk. So I'm just going to lay the letters down. So as far as like the letters, you could see your name in here or your initials, letting you know that this is definitely your pile. And spirit talk is where I'm going to be talking with spirit and having a conversation, writing down everything that I hear on a piece of paper. It's called automatic writing, and it's really fun. I will be filling up the whole paper with different hints and clues about you to make sure that, like, to confirm that this is definitely your pile, because some people like the extra messages and confirmations. So I'm going to be definitely doing that. If you're enjoying, please be sure to hit subscribe and hit like, and also please leave me a comment, because those things really do help. And if you like this type of reading, it's important that you let me know so that I can continue to do these types of readings on this platform. So thank you. And thank you to all of my returning subscribers. I truly do love and appreciate you all so much. So yeah, usually at this time I do names. I'm not really feeling called to do name channeling today. If some names come up, I will certainly say them. But other than that, just look for your initials or your name in here, and also like first, middle, or last. Also, I'm going to be doing like more hints and clues with the spirit talk, so maybe names will come up there, but okay. All right, somebody here could live in the country because I was hearing goats. Goats. So somebody here could have been raised in the country, or they raised goats, or you currently raise like livestock or goats or something like that. I'm seeing light in here, and I'm seeing like light worker, so some of you definitely have like light worker type of vibes. And I think this is another reason why people get very jealous of you and they compare themselves to you upon first impression, because they can kind of tell there's something in your eyes that kind of gives it away that you have light worker types of vibes. And you have a lot of light within you, like a lot of divine light. You take your time, you do things. I'm seeing sloth, so like I'm seeing slow and sloth, like you're not in a hurry. You never have hurried movements. You just take your time. You're like somebody who thinks before you act, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get some of these. Spirit, help me to choose the correct ones of these. That'll let us know more about pile 1 and how people are feeling about them. And their first impressions. Okay. So these are going to go along with the first impressions. People's first impressions of you. Visco girl, okay. Heart, you're very loving, very, very loving, very kind, very empathic. Always thinking of other people. Some people too may think that you like to travel, or that you have a lot of money, that you must travel, or that you are well traveled or well cultured, that you know a lot about other cultures. Pigeon here kind of reminds me of somebody who is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could come across as an air sign, somebody who is very intelligent, somebody who is well spoken, articulate. Okay, so even if you don't have air in your chart, in your sun, moon, or ascendant, that's okay, because you're just kind of like, I want to say like your aura is emanating the air sign traits. Pigeon symbology also stands for freedom and good luck, so I do think like people look at you and they think that you're like really lucky. They do. They think that you're very, very, very lucky. People think that you're very, like, you've been around the block a few times. Like, you're not new to this world. You're an old soul. You've lived a lot of lifetimes. You can't really pull the wool over your eyes. You've been around long enough to know, even if it hasn't been on this planet, like, you're a very old soul. So, like, you've been around a long time. You can't really fool you or trick you. And it says no bad days. So I feel like what that is saying is that your attitude when people, like, their first impressions of you is that, like, you seem to almost have, like, no bad days. Like, even when you do, you can just smile through it. And I think that that also, like, kind of boggles people's minds, how you can smile through like a bad day, or like be optimistic and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna let this get me down, I'm just gonna push through it. You like push through the uncomfortable things in life, and a lot of people do like really respect you for that. I'm gonna get the materials around for spirit talk now. I did just hear the name Alexis, so I had to say that. Okay, I'm also going to cast some charms. What are their first impressions? Okay. First impressions of you is that you're somebody that, like, I want to say, like, God's favorite or something. Like, people, like, Spirit gives you signs. You're very spiritual, And people can just tell that about you, about your aura and your vibes. Some people think you're cold, okay? We got the ice cube here, but I mean, that's not a surprise because that kind of came through before too, you know, that people misunderstand you. But they also think you look good because we have the hot pepper, so cold and hot. Hot, but cold, maybe a little bit like distant, unless they really know you. Scared. I think people sometimes they get scared or intimidated by you. I think that's just like another confirmation. Heartthrob. You definitely get people's heart racing. You look very good. You're very attractive. And you have, I don't know, an interesting, like, quirky personality. People like that about you. Your sense of humor is zany. It's fun. Your style is just unique and one of a kind. Sometimes the things that you can make other people feel when they first meet you is that their life is boring or that they're barren, like this tree with no leaves, you know. You can kind of make people like compare themselves to you, and then when they do, they feel like their life isn't as full as yours or like as vibrant. You have like a lot of vibrancy and you're changing all the time. With the butterfly here, like you are always ever changing, ever transformative, and you have the energy about you. And then we have the sun here, so you could be a Leo, or you could just have very, very you could have Leo vibes, you know, fiery vibes about you, very passionate. You could have very beautiful hair that people notice and a very vibrant personality. Okay, now I'm gonna do yeah, I'm gonna do Spirit Talk. Spirit, please let me know everything you can about my pile 1 here so that we can confirm for them that this is definitely their pile. Okay, some of you read tarot as well, whether that's on a platform or just for fun. Some of you are tarot readers, Spirit was saying. Now, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to fill up this whole page and not all of it's going to resonate, okay? Well, if it does, I'll be very surprised, but it's not meant to. It's only meant to be like extra confirmation. So, yeah. Also, I'm seeing in the tiles goth. So, that's just like confirmation, gothic or goth, that some people, they do look at you. They kind of sense that you could be gothic or like goth or emo. And I'm seeing nerd, and whenever I see nerd like that, it always makes me think of somebody who's very intelligent, could be even into gaming, could just have gotten really good grades in school and that kind of thing. Okay, so you can play a little spiritual Scrabble in there too and see what words you find, and just let me know in the comments section below like what you see. First impressions or anything you can let me know about my pile 1. I just heard like some people think you have many gifts. Just by looking at you, they can tell that you're very gifted. Some of you could be like very talkative, or like you just seem to know just what to say. You could have what they call like the gift of gab, which is like you can just keep talking and and talking and talking, but like everything you say has importance because people want to definitely like hear what you have to say. I was hearing Trenton, so that could be a name, or there's even a place in New Jersey called Trenton, so that could be like a location. And I was also hearing Vermont, so you could be from that area. Okay. And I was hearing Crystal, so your name could be Crystal. That could be a name of a city or town. I don't know. Somebody here could grow or use medicinal plants. I want to say medicinal plants. Okay, that's coming through. There could also be, I think that there's somebody here who's very highly sensitive, very perceptive, very, highly psychic, highly empathic. Like you can take on other people's emotions sometimes without even realizing it and be like, whoa, you know, it's got an intensity. Some of you could have like a astrological tattoo, okay? Like of of your sign or whatever somewhere on your body. I'm seeing somebody here who has like very big, beautiful eyes. Okay, that could be you. Somebody here could be part of the LGBTQ plus community. Okay. Somebody here could be in finance, or even somebody could be into trade, law, politics, that kind of thing, journalism, or even I'm seeing like somebody could work in the field of like fashion design, because I was seeing like The Devil Wears Prada. You could be in like fashion, like journalism for fashion magazines or something like that. Also sports and leisure. Some of you really like sports, and maybe you work in the sports and leisure field. I was hearing Taurus. You could have Taurus in your chart. Many of you have chic vibes, very chic vibes. I want to roll the Astro Dice and see what signs we can get, and see if we can get any birthdays. Spirit, what are the signs who are present here for pile 1, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant? We've got the 5th of any month or May, so Taurus. And then we've got Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, the 4th of any month or April, okay? And Aquarius too, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Now 5 and 4 is 9, so that could be for September. Maybe you have a September birthday, or the 9th of any month, okay? Okay, what else? Somebody here could be a stylist. That could be for clothing, or it could be for like a hairstylist or something like that. Somebody here is thinking about moving or just moved into a new place. And then I'm seeing somebody here with like a choker necklace. So you could be wearing a choker necklace. It's like a necklace that is like just on the neck like this, okay? So maybe you like to wear this kind of necklace, or yeah, there's something, maybe you're wearing one of those like right now, so that's just Spirit's way of confirming this is definitely your pile. There could be somebody here who has like very delicate looking hands, okay, because I am seeing that, and I just heard Spirit said piano playing hands, so there could be somebody here who is like into playing piano, or even I heard softball, so interesting. You could play softball. I heard winner, so maybe you win a lot. Like when you enter a lot of competitions, maybe you win quite a bit. What else, Spirit? Some of you, I just heard transmuter. Whenever I hear transmuter, that reminds me of like transmuter type of light worker or something like that. You could resonate with that. Or you could be a Scorpio, because Scorpios are transmuters of negative energy. I was hearing like tourist or tourist, something about tourist attractions or being a tourist or traveling. Maybe you like to travel quite a bit, like that one. We had this, so maybe that's just confirmation about that, but maybe you're like a world traveler or something, because we definitely had tourist. I was hearing Ortega, so I don't know, that could be like a last name, okay? Somebody here could really love folk music, and somebody here, this is cool, somebody here plays the ukulele. I've always wanted to learn how to play the ukulele. I don't know how to spell it. Ukulele. I don't know. I don't know how to spell that. Sometimes I'm like a horrible speller, but somebody here could play the ukulele, or play play with in an Irish band, or like I'm even seeing somebody who plays the flute in an Irish band, or like a ukulele and like bluegrass. Somebody here really likes music. Okay, bluegrass. There could be somebody here who really likes home remedies. Okay, you don't like to do medicines if you don't need to. You'd rather do like home remedies or like natural remedies and stuff like that. So that's coming through. I was hearing mother. So for some of you, you could be a mother, or something here about your mother. There could be some kind of like issues with the mother. Okay. I'm not going to go into that because that can trigger some people. Some of you really like to read, because I am seeing like a book, and I was hearing like bookworm. So some of you really like to read for fun. And also I was hearing like a random like video game. It's like, I don't know, Pac-Man. I was hearing Pac-Man in my head. I think that, you could play that, or Tetris or something like that, like on the computer, maybe when you're bored, if you're at work or something like that, or on your phone, or like some kind of word game on your phone, like some kind of bingo game or something like that is what I'm seeing on your phone. So maybe like to play some kind of like favorite game on your phone. I've seen somebody like on a skateboard, so maybe you like to do skateboarding. I don't know. But I'm seeing somebody on a skateboard, or that could even be like a video game where you're on a skateboard and you're cruising around. I'm not sure, but Spirit was definitely showing me somebody on a skateboard. I heard too, like, you're very selective with your friends, and that's okay. I am too. I think that's a good thing to be very selective with your friends. Good at, like, I'm hearing you're good at money management. Okay, and some of you may even manage money for a living. And some of you have some unusual hobbies that maybe they're, I want to say, like, on the hush hush, or like secret hobbies, I don't know. I don't know, whatever that would be. It could be tarot or something, or astrology or something like that. Palm reading, stuff like that. That maybe is like more on the down low. Okay, because maybe people might misunderstand your gifts or your talents, or judge you. You never know with people, how people can be. As far as, like, I am getting some locations too. I was hearing Virginia, Texas, Vermont. I think that came through already, but it was coming through again. Zambia? Okay. I don't even know. Maybe that's Zimbabwe, because I don't know if Zambia is actually a place, but I was hearing Zambia. If I had my device with me, I would look it up, but I was hearing like Zambia, Tunisia, or Zimbabwe even. What else, Spirit? Nevada and Seattle. I think that's in Washington. Athens. I think Athens and Crete are in Greece. Those are coming up. Sweden and Botswana. Also Germany. So you could have an affiliation with any of those locations, or maybe you like know somebody that is from one of those. Something is pertinent about those locations, though. I was also hearing Denmark. So, all right. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Please let me know if you did. Please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to join me at the subscribers bonus, all about what stands out about you. What are your most beautiful traits and what people really notice about you. And all you have to do is hit subscribe, and you'll be able to be included in that overall energy, and it'll be a lot of fun. So definitely join me over there at the subscriber bonus. Just go to the timestamps and make your selection that way. And if you need a personal reading, know that I do offer those, and you can get a personal reading by going to my description box below, and you can email me or send a payment through PayPal or Venmo. Okay, and also if you enjoy 18 plus uncensored readings, I do have a Patreon, and you're more than welcome to check out the link for my Patreon in my description box below and see if it's something that you're interested in joining. And if you don't like it for any reason at all, you can cancel at any time. But just know that it is for 18 plus uncensored love readings, okay? All right, and then my other thing I wanted to mention is if you would like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. And if you want to do that, you can look in my description box for, below for more information. Much love to you all. Stay beautiful and blessed, and until next time, bye. Hello and welcome. This is pile 2. If you chose image 2 or this strawberry quartz, you're in the right place for today's pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at people's first impressions of you. What do they think about you when they first meet you? And as a way to say thank you to all my subscribers, I'm going to be giving a subscriber bonus all about the ways that make you stand out. Okay, what makes you stand out the most? So it's not too late to become part of that subscriber base. All you have to do is hit subscribe, and I will be able to channel your energy. Okay, so that'll be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using this deck, which is the Cosmic Coven Tarot, one of my favorites. It's very colorful, and I just love it. It's super cool. So the Cosmic Coven, I'm going to be using some other kinds of cards too that I actually made by hand. And yeah, all kinds of fun little bells and whistles. At the end, I'm going to be laying down some letter tiles and doing spirit talk. These ones really, really wanted to come out, so I'm going to put these here. I'm going to be rolling Astro Dice too and getting very specific messages about you. Okay, so, and that'll be through the modality of spirit talk, which is automatic writing. So we have the Queen of Cups, we have the 8 of Swords, and the Fool, yeah, the Cosmic Coven. Interesting. And the 4 of Coins, and one more. Okay. People tend to look at you and think that you have a lot of money. They tend to look at you and they think that you have romantic vibes. People may fall in love with you very fast. You look like you're up for anything. You look like you're very good at whatever you pursue. With the Fool, you look like you could possibly be a business owner or work in the field of business. Some may think that you present yourself well. You could present yourself as shy. Some people may think that you have a shyness about you. I think at times you can be outgoing and at times you can be shy. Sometimes you can be downright dazzling. People, when they first meet you, they're like, wow, that person is so dazzling. The person on that card reminds me of Anita Cyrene. Doesn't that, if you guys know who that tarot reader is, she really does look like Anita Cyrene. Such a beautiful gal. But anyways, dazzling, a little shy maybe. Maybe also here too, if you notice with this card, doesn't she look a bit seductive too with her nature? It's kind of like she's playing shy. I think that like people when they first meet you, their first impressions of you is that maybe you're quiet, okay, or you're a little bit on the quiet side until you get to know people. It may take you a while to open up and to come out of your shell. But also like once you do, you have like a secret like kind of side to you that's like very flirty and fun, and you are all up in your feels too, because we have the Queen of Cups and the Lovers. Like, you know, you feel your emotions on a very deep level. You could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, but you don't have to be, but you could very well be with the Queen of Cups there. And also what I'm getting is like people, when they first meet you, they're like, wow, that person like maybe is a little bit of a tough egg to crack, because we have the King of Swords, which tells me that you could have like a little bit of a protectiveness about you when you're out in public. Like, you know, like kind of like maybe, like I said, act a little bit shy or withdrawn or reserved until you really, really feel comfortable or like know people. But like maybe in the field of like, maybe some of you work in sales or something like that, where you have to be more outgoing, and it's like kind of goes against your like true nature. Like, truth be told, you're more of like a little bit on the shyer side, or like a little bit more like reserved. But for work, you can do it. You can, you know, network, you can get out there, you can, you know, promote yourself or your business, and you can do what you need to do to get that money, whatever that means to you. And you can be a real go-getter. Also, with your looks here, I think that people, I'm hearing like, you make people almost want to eat out of the palm of your hands with that kind of energy. It's a very sultry kind of energy. And people really, really see you as somebody fun to get to know. Like, they want to get to know you. And it's, and yeah, with the Eight of Swords, there are people that, I feel like there's people that fall in love with you. And maybe it's one of those things where like they kind of know they shouldn't. Sometimes you may get married people, or people that are in relationships that fall for you. Okay. Or you could see like men walking with girlfriends, and the men are like giving you the eyes that are like, you know, checking you out and stuff like that. Like, and no, you don't ask for this kind of thing, but it's like you get checked out a lot. I do see that. And so that's what that card kind of reminds me of. You have angelic vibes. You could have very, very, very beautiful eyes. Here we have somebody here who has blue eyes. This girl has blue eyes. They don't all, you know, you don't all have to have blue eyes, but if you do, know that they really do pop, and they're very noticeable and very beautiful. But it doesn't mean that they are blue. You could have brown eyes or green eyes, hazel eyes, whatever color. They are very beautiful, and they really tell a lot about you. And maybe like you don't like to make eye contact with just anybody, like strangers and stuff like that. You have sweetheart vibes for sure. People, they just kind of like, they feel comfortable around you, and there's like a real ease about you, where you make people like, yeah, you make people comfortable. You make people want to get to know you more, and you may get people that want to like ask you a whole bunch of questions, or like tell you or divulge to you their secrets, or like their whole life story. You're like the kind of person that can really, really set people at ease. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. I just noticed that I had this card was mixed in here. That's from the wrong deck. I gotta put that aside. But anyway, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna use some of these. These are just, I'm just gonna grab some, whatever Spirit wants me to take out of here. Spirit, can you add to this conversation? I was definitely hearing like out of this world vibes. You kind of look like very ethereal, like you're not from around these parts. I just heard some people may think that you're like somebody who comes from a different place, or a distant land or something like that. Like, you have very unique vibes, and you have a very unique look about you. We have the flower that can just talk about like your femininity. Okay, you could look very feminine, very angelic for sure. Like, I just heard like everyone's sweetheart, or like that girl next door, or guy next door, or whatever, just a sweetheart. And we have more flowers. I just noticed too, these are sunflowers, and these kind of look like sunflowers to me too. So I kind of like want to look up the meaning of a sunflower and see if that has some kind of spiritual meaning or anything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna look that up. Okay. So it means warmth and positivity and strength and happiness and hope, fertility and abundance. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense because people do kind of look at you and they think that you have money. Because that came up before. Some people, like I said, like they may think you're a bit reserved because the Four of Coins can be about like keeping your emotions to yourself. So I feel like you can be kind of guarded or shy, like when, you know, people first meet you, and that can be their first impression of you is like, wow. Like if it's not in like a workplace capacity, if it's just like in a personal capacity, they could be like, oh wow, okay, pile 2 is definitely like a little bit shy or like, you know, guarded or whatever. Maybe you're just careful, or maybe you're just one of those people that, you know, it takes a while to open up, and that's okay too. Kindness. Okay, you're very, very kind. You're very sweet. That's why we have sweetheart and kindness. So thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. You're just a really nice person. And then we have like the palm tree and the moon. Maybe you're from like a warm climate, or like, you know, this makes me think of like Florida or even like the Caribbean or something like that. Or you could, maybe you just got back from like Hawaii or something, or you're booking a trip to Hawaii or something, or Maui. A skateboard. Okay. I think this just like talks about like you look like you're going places, you look like you're forward moving. And people kind of think that about you, that no grass grows under your feet, or no moss grows under your feet. You're somebody who is going places. You look very much like you're successful and that you're a go-getter. Yeah, so there's no mountain that stands in your way. You look like somebody who can climb any mountain, get over many obstacles. You are very strong. And a lot of people just look at you and they know that you're very strong. Oof here just means like if you make a mistake, you're liable to learn from it and move on and get over it and like learn and become a better version of yourself from it. You have good vibes, and I think that's another reason why people can like easily fall in love with you, whether that be in a romantic capacity or like people just wanting to be your friend. Okay, you're just very, very like gentle, you're very nurturing, you send out good vibes to people because you have a beautiful smile too, you put people at ease, and your angelic quality really shows too. Now, does that mean you're perfect? No, nobody's perfect, but you're putting a lot of positivity, which people really enjoy, and it makes people want to flock to you in droves. It just makes people want to be around you with your energy like this. Okay, so next thing that I would like to do is do the channeled message cards. So Spirit, when people first meet my pal too, what kinds of assumptions do they make about them? What kind of assumptions do they make about them? When people first meet my pile too, what kinds of assumptions do they make about them? What are their first impressions? Okay. You're very different now. Okay, so some people that like know you now, like their first impression of you was one way, but like now they think of you in a different way. Some people may say that you're indecisive, or like you don't know what you want, you know. You have a beautiful smile that puts people at ease. You're unpredictable, so people kind of like don't know what you're going to do next. You could really surprise people with, you know, the way you react to situations, or the way you act. Okay, you could really just take people by surprise. You might even like to change up your hair or your makeup or your looks quite a bit. You might like to experiment with different types of things, and nobody really knows what to expect. So you just kind of have like an unpredictability about you. You're not boring or predictable, and even upon like first meeting you, people can just tell that about you, that you're spontaneous, you're fun-loving, and you like to evolve. I think you can attract a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing though, like people who, almost because of like your angelic vibes and how sweet you are, be careful of like meeting people who do not have good intentions, because you could attract like a lot of people like that who would try to trick you, or like I don't know, like I would say like use you for your kindness, which is not good. So just be very, very careful of that. Also, some people, they may be triggered by your kindness and they could project a lot of their garbage onto you. So that might have happened to you in the past. Actually, I was hearing that some people from your past could have projected, they could have been like a wolf in sheep's clothing, but like projecting their garbage onto you because you have such angelic vibes, clearly. That, I mean, we have angelic and sweetheart and dazzling and all of these things that would let me know that you have a great personality. So, like, that's why I'm saying that this is people that you tend to attract, that some people may look at you and upon first impressions, they may be like, wow, now there's somebody that, you know, they are wonderful, they are this, they're the, but they need to be a little bit careful of like people that may want to either like bamboozle you or like use you or something like that for your kindness, for your goodness, because you're like the kind of person that you're like the ultimate friend, or like the ultimate person that just wants to like help people, you know. You make people insecure. Yeah, some people also, just be careful, Spirit is saying, of people that you could trigger because you are very kind. You could like trigger people who aren't as kind as you, and they could feel kind of like almost like a little bit bad. And I don't know, like sometimes when you have this kind of angelic presence or quality about you, you can really trigger people, especially people who are not evolved. And sometimes you can even attract people like that who need help or need, like, you know what I mean? Like need like a soul revival, and you can attract a whole lot of people like that. And so, and like, yeah, likewise, like you can trigger people. So it's just, it's not really fun, but, it's part of the spiritual process, and it's part of like your awakening. Okay. If you're a light worker, you know what I mean. Some people from your past see you now as like you grew stronger. Many are romantically drawn to you. And then I'm going to draw one more here. Wow, some people are getting tarot readings on you, but they're blocked. So that's very interesting to note. Okay? Very interesting to note. Because honestly, I thought these were going to be cards about the first impressions, but these were actually messages that Spirit wanted you to know. Okay, well, thank you, Spirit, for those messages. I do appreciate that. All right. Now what we're going to do is get into the portion where I will be laying down letter tiles, and I'm not going to say any names today unless Spirit calls me to. But I will be, you know, going into like locations, hints and clues about who you are, and I'll be casting charms. Spirit talk is going to be a really fun portion of this as well. So, as well as astro dice. I may be getting your astrological sun, moon, or ascendant, or your birthday. Okay, just for extra confirmations to let you know this is definitely your pile. So Spirit, help me to choose the letter tiles that will reveal my pile two's name or initials, first, middle, or last name or initials. I was hearing the name Kyle or Kylie, so I just had to say that. But like I said, I'm not going to say like a lot of names unless Spirit really calls me to. I was hearing Shiloh though, and I think that could be a name of a place. So anyways, look for your name or initials in here, first, middle, or last, for extra confirmation. And I'll be channeling. You can also look here for like any hints or clues about like whatever. You could do like spiritual Scrabble, look for words that, you know, stand out in your mind. I was hearing Normandy. And I was hearing Brussels. I'm not really good with geography. I don't know where those are, but that's what Spirit was bringing through. So you could be from those areas, or like, you know, have affiliations or connections there to those areas. I don't know. I was hearing Ishtar. I don't know what that is, but I was hearing that. That could be a place or name, or I'm not sure, but I was hearing Ishtar. Wichita, Kansas. Okay. Wisconsin and Delaware. I was hearing Dover, Delaware. Some of you could be big time Harry Potter fans. I was hearing like Tiana, Princess Tiana, and like, you know, you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince. I heard that. So maybe some of you really like Disney films, or that one in particular. I was hearing Princess Diana. Your name could be Diana, or maybe I don't know, I think she was from England. Maybe you really like to like keep tabs on the royal family or something like that. Could be somebody could be a vlogger, because I heard vlogger. You could have your own YouTube channel or be a vlogger. Francine, San Francisco. Amarillo, I think that's in Texas, but I'm not sure. Tuskegee, I think that's in Alabama. I was hearing like White Pines. That could be like I don't know, a road or a town that you live in. I'm not sure, but I was hearing White Pines. I mean, heck, that could even be like a name of an apartment complex that you live in or near. Something Pines, like Hidden Pines or something like that. Pine View. I heard the name Nolan. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and you can look for your name or initials there, okay? Or even your location. Or do a little spiritual Scrabble and see what words you can find. If you find some interesting words, you could put them in the comment section. That would be great. We have 10. You could be born in October or the 10th of any month. We've got Virgo, Aries, Pisces. So since we got Virgo twice, let's roll that again. Aquarius. So we have also 8, the 8th of any month or August, or 18th of any month. So yeah, you could have Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, or Virgo somewhere in your chart, or just embody these energies. Or you could see your name here. Let that be extra confirmation. I'm going to cast some charms and do spirit talk next. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell us about my pile 2? Anything you want to let them know, or anything about the topic at hand? Okay. There's definitely somebody who could be crying over you or very sad right now that you're not in their life. Somebody that could want forgiveness. You're very rare and you should know it. You have unicorn vibes. Spirit is saying try something new. Spirit wants you to try something new. You have a nice body. Bikini babe, you have a very beautiful body. You look great in swimwear. You're a loving person. People see you this way. It's a lasting impression. You have a lot of love to give. You have healing energy because we have the snake here. You have a lot of healing energy and vibes about you. You have very beautiful hair, and some of you could have a very interesting hairstyle that is unforgettable, that leaves a lasting impression. It's like, it may be very unique, could be multicolored even. It could even be a little bit like shaved on the sides or something like that, or asymmetrical, like an asymmetrical bob or something like that. I just heard weave. It could have like braids or something like that in there. Butterfly, so like you're always changing. True love. I do think people fall in love with you very easily. Rabbit here. I'm going to come back to the rabbit. See, I'm going to look up the symbology of the rabbit and see what that means. Charisma and leadership, you really do demonstrate that. When people first meet you, they kind of like see you in this way, that like you have a lot of charisma and leadership skills and abilities. You also demonstrate a lot of understanding. This is the Adinkran symbol for understanding. The Adinkran symbols are from a tribe in Ghana. I wish you could understand how I feel. There's definitely somebody who wants you to just understand how they feel. We have change here. And some of you have a love of Halloween, or you could be born around that time of year, around like October 30th, 31st. Okay. Or at the end of October. Or I want to say even beginning of November. You could be a Scorpio. And then we have, you're smarter than you realize. Also, you could wear glasses, even if it's just for reading or driving. Do it despite the fear. So Spirit's saying something about that. And big win. So you have a big win or a big success coming your way. And I want to look up the spiritual meaning of a rabbit and see what I can find about that, because I'm very interested. Okay, it's for rebirth and resurrection. So people, yeah, it's like the butterfly energy. They see you, they think that you have that kind of like vibe about you where you're ever changing. You could have Gemini in your chart. You're ever changing, never boring, never dull, never predictable. People don't know what to predict when it comes to you. They don't know what to expect sometimes. And your behavior, your actions or reactions can throw people for a loop, is what I just heard. Let's go ahead and do the spirit talk portion. I'm going to be channeling and doing automatic writing, and I may say something that describes you. Even if 2 or 3 things from this whole page resonate with you, that's good, because this is for kind of like a lot of people, I want to say. And so when you get general messages like that, it's important to only take what resonates and leave the rest. So I'll be writing down several things on here. Take what resonates with you, and please let me know in the comments if this does resonate. So Spirit, please let me know any hints and clues about my pile too. You can, to let them just have those confirmations that this is definitely their pile. And also, please give us more messages about this question at hand, about the way that people, the first impressions that people have about them. I was hearing also the word the name Nadia, so I had to bring that through as well. All right. So I'm hearing like spectacles, so that's just like another confirmation that some of you could wear glasses. Okay, you have a good way of seeing things too from the eagle's point of view, like from a higher perspective. You're like the phoenix, you know how to rise above petty things and like see the whole picture of things and situations. Some of you have very, I want to say like bouncy hair, like kind of like, I don't know, seeing somebody with very bouncy type of hair, and somebody who can be very high energy, especially when you need to be. Somebody here who could really like science, because I was hearing hydrogen atoms or something like that. Like you could really like studying science. Somebody here who's very empathic. So you can definitely like pick up the vibrations of other people, situations, or even go into like, buildings and get vibes from buildings and stuff like that. Somebody here could have like a widow's peak forehead, like on your hair. So your hairline would be like this. It looks like a V. Okay, some of you have this widow's peak, the V type of hairline. Okay, let that just be like extra confirmation if you do. If you don't, that's okay. But yeah, some of you may have like a widow's peak. Piercing eyes. I just heard piercing eyes. You have the kind of eyes that can look right through somebody's soul. I heard Cambridge. I'm not sure what that is, but I was hearing Cambridge. That could be like a name of a college or something even, or like a town, or I don't really know, but I was hearing Cambridge, so I had to bring that through. I was hearing UP, so like I think that means Upper Peninsula. I'm not sure, but I was hearing up or UP. Somebody here could deliver mail or work in the postal. I want to say like postal or post office or something like that. Somebody here sells cell phones. Okay, you could work in like a cell phone store. Because I was seeing somebody that actually sells cell phones or like works with, you know, different devices and stuff like that. Like you could sell gadgets and stuff like that. Somebody here is definitely like working out more, and it's really paying off. Just know that. Somebody here is like lifting weights or working out more, and like watching what you eat and stuff like that. It's really working out for you. So don't give up. I was hearing that because it's paying off. Okay, you're getting healthy and it's paying off. I'm seeing Fortnite in the tiles too, and I was hearing that. So you could be into playing video games. I'm not sure how to spell Fortnite, but you could be a gamer. I'm seeing Ed or Edward in the ladder tiles. Your name could be Edward. Also, some of you may really like Edward Scissorhands. Spirit was bringing that through. I know that seems like really random, but for somebody out there, that could be like one of your favorite movies. Maybe you really like Tim Burton movies. Maybe that's like your favorite Tim Burton movies. Anything else, Spirit, that you want to bring through? I was hearing Cincinnati. Some of you are trying to like work on something in the 5D or like manifest something, and Spirit just wants to say like keep going, don't give up, or like you're almost there and that kind of thing. Don't give up now. Something here about like somebody could have recently had a mole removed, okay, or yeah, or a blemish removed from their face or their body. Somebody could have had like a biopsy. That's what I'm seeing. So take it or leave it. That's going to resonate with somebody out there, just as a confirmation to let you know. I'm also seeing like somebody here could be an x-ray technician, because I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like, or somebody could have recently gotten x-rays, because I'm seeing somebody working or going into like one of those CAT scan machines, you know, like this. And gosh, those things are scary. But yeah, those CAT scan machines, I mean, they're good. It's good because we have that kind of science, but if you've ever been in one of those, you know that it's kind of frightening. So maybe some of you have recently had to have one of those CAT scans or whatever, or you could work in that field where, you know, you're doing like x-ray tech or what is it called? I don't know, like radiology, I want to say, or something like that. Okay. Like a radiology tech or something like that. Some of you could, this is so random, but some of you, I'm seeing Courtney Cox. Some of you could look like Courtney Cox. She's from Friends. Maybe you have like brown hair or dark hair. Let me show you what she looks like, because for some of you, you may not know what Courtney Cox looks like, because I know a lot of different people watch this channel. This is Courtney Cox, okay? So, you know, you may look like her. She's very pretty. She has blue eyes, black hair, beautiful smile. Okay, so some people may tell you that you look like Courtney Cox. Maybe you're a big fan of the Friends show. I heard new job. Some of you might have recently started a new job, or you're thinking about getting a new job. I heard endgame. Endgames. I don't know what that is, but I was hearing endgames. If you know what that means, please let me know, because I don't know. I'm just channeling whatever Spirit says. So if that means something special to you, please let me know. But I was hearing endgames. And I was hearing the word monetize. So maybe some of you are looking for ways to make extra money. And yeah, don't give up, I heard. Like, you know, just keep with it. Okay. I think that's it. Please remember to join my subscriber base. If you would like to check out my subscriber bonus, you can hit subscribe and I'll channel your energy. You can go right over to my subscriber bonus and watch that. It's all about how you stand out, what makes you stand out. And yeah, if you need a personal reading, definitely be sure to look in my description box below for more info on how to get a personal reading with me. And if you'd like to join my 18+ uncensored Patreon, because if you like that kind of reading, I think you're really going to like my Patreon, you can go to the link in my description box below and check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. If you'd like to try it out, you can try out my Patreon and cancel it anytime. So just know that it is for 18+ uncensored types of readings. So just going to say that. Also, if you would like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. It helps me to get things for the channel, like tarot cards, oracle cards, and that kind of stuff, okay? But like I said, it's never expected, but always appreciated. And if you'd like to know more about how to do that, you can look in my description box below. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers, and thank you to all my channel members and Patreon members. Love y'all so much, and please do take good care, and until next time. Bye. Hi, beautiful souls. Thanks so much for being here. If you chose image 3 or this purple amethyst in the raw, you're in the right place. Today's pick a card reading is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a deep dive into how do people, you know, view you when they first meet you, or what kind of first impressions do you give off. So yeah, I'm going to be putting down letter tiles. I'll be channeling and doing spirit talk. I haven't done that in a while, as well as astro dice to confirm that this is definitely your pile, because I know that many of you enjoy those confirmations. So yes, I'll be casting charms and putting down letter tiles and channeling. And the spirit talk, if you're new here to my channel, spirit talk is automatic writing, and I get a whole lot of hints and clues from spirit, and spirit will talk to me, and as spirit talks to me, I will write it down. So it's really fun. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. And please remember that if you are a subscriber, you can head on over to the subscriber bonus after this and watch the subscriber bonus. I will be channeling your energy. And this is going to be all about the ways in which you really stand out in a crowd, in good ways, positive ways. How do you stand out the most? Okay, so Spirit, please be here now with me and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my Pile 3 collective, all about the questions at hand, Spirit, and please speak through me as you always do. Please bring in a spirit of light, peace, positivity, and protection into this space. Thank you, Spirit. So, Spirit, what are the first impressions that people make with my Pile 3? Oh, how interesting. You've definitely got some people thinking that your emotions are, I want to say like that you're a little hard to get, or hard to get close to with the swords, and also this Four of Cups. See how like the universe is handing her a cup and it's full of something delicious, and she's like turning away because she doesn't really want it. That can be like the sign of like, you know, apathy, or like you don't care. So like people kind of see that like when they first meet you, they think that you may be, you know, picky or have high standards, and they could say that like, or think that like, you know, it's hard to win your affections. And with the swords, that can be for air sign energy, that could be for Capricorn, or I'm sorry, not Capricorn. I don't know why I said that. Maybe you are a Capricorn, because I don't believe in any accidents. But you could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? Or you could even be a Wands energy, which is fire, which is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And what's really interesting is that you're such a combination of somebody who is very intelligent, and also you know how to put it into practice. So people see you in this way, that you're very intelligent and articulate, and you know what you're doing, and you know how to apply what you're passionate at and what you're good at, whether that be through your career sector of your life, or your personal sector of your life, your relationships, whatever you're doing, you're putting your whole heart and soul into everything. So you speak very passionately too. I'm hearing from Spirit, like you speak very passionately. You could be a public speaker. You could be somebody who's a motivational speaker. You would be very talented and gifted at motivating others, because it seems like you have that passion and fire that burns inside of you and really drives you forward. And speaking about driving forward, we have the Chariot here, which is about motion forward. It's about forward movement. So you really look like you're somebody who's successful and going places. You look like somebody who has a lot of options presented to you. With the Seven of Cups, that's all about, see how she's like, she's pointing to these cups. She's like, which one do I want? Do I want this one, that one, that one, that one? Do I want this one, that one, or that one? So she can't make up her mind because she has so many options. And that's how people think of you. They think of you as somebody who has a lot of options presented to them at all times, and that you seem very lucky. Oh, wow. We have the Ace of Swords too. So yeah, you're very good looking, I want to say. Like you have a lot of I want to say like siren energy, you know, and you really do exude these very sensual types of vibes that like kind of like it's like your sensuality just like kind of screams. It's like you may not even really be fully aware of how really sensual you are coming across, but yeah, you are. You're very, very attractive, and you look good in everything you wear. So it's like people, they kind of like look at you, and the first impression of you is that, wow, you look good in anything. Like people think, wow, if I wore that, what she's got on, I would look ridiculous, or like I would look, you know, this or that, but like she can pull it off, or he can pull it off, you know, or like they can pull anything off. That's how people feel about you. You can pull off many different types of styles and looks and aesthetics. You have a dreaminess about you. Oftentimes too, when people, like their first impression of you is that you're the type, like people can get lost in a daydream about you and them together. They can get like, it's like a vacuum. You suck people in, and you almost like, you don't make people dream about you, but not like in a forceful way, but like you inspire people to dream about you. That's what I want to say. Like to say like you make somebody dream about you seems so forceful, but no, it's more like you effortlessly just do this. You draw people in towards you, okay? And it's your presence. It's your dreamy, dreamy presence. You also are very stylish. So people, yeah, there's something definitely here about your style. Thank you, Spirit. You can pull off any style. I'm sensing queen energy here. You have queen. I heard queen status. Y'all have reached queen status, and you know who you are. People think that you're very confident. I mean, Queen of Wands is very passionate, but also very confident, because you got to remember, Leos are one of the most confident of all of the signs, okay? Like when you think of a Leo, I know for me personally, when I think of a Leo, I think of somebody who does not shy away from the limelight. They love attention, they love compliments, and they're very confident for the most part. And that's how people are viewing you, you know, even if you are not a Leo. But you could have Leo somewhere prominent in your chart, but you have that kind of Leo essence or vibes to you where it's like you stand out as being very stylish and a trendsetter and you look great in anything. Leo ascendants can pull off many different types of looks, so just keep that in mind. You're very intelligent too. People look at you and they're like, wow, that person is very intelligent. And that is coming across here with the Page of Swords. Remember in the beginning how I said you're very intelligent and you have the intelligence to put your like actions into motion and your passions into motion and actually have it be very fruitful for yourself. Like that's because you're very intelligent and people look at you and they're like, dang, Pile 3 is super smart. It's also like you look good while you're, you look like super sensual and hot while you're like reading books and like doing things that you can really like get people excited. Like, I want to say like turned on in a way, like when you, if you wear glasses or something like that, you notice how she kind of is looking at the camera and, kind of giving that little glance or that little look like, hey, and I don't even know if she's trying or not, but she looks really great. And, yeah, I think that that's just like how you're presenting. And like the first impression is that, geez, you look smart, you look capable, and you look good while doing whatever it is that you're doing. You can make anything look good. That's the thing. Like, you make reading look sexy, I want to say. Okay, and that might be hard to do for some people. You're also very outgoing. You could really like 90s style fashions too. I think that you really are somebody who likes unique fashions. But yeah, you can be outgoing. At the bottom of the deck, we have wholesome. So you seem like a very wholesome person, very, very wholesome individual. You could look like that. You could have like light brown or red hair or like blondish. Or you could be a brunette. Some of you guys have like very dark hair. And I'm seeing purple lipstick here. I love the purple lipstick here. Some of you may really like purples, plums, or nudes on your lips, like nude colors. And you have like a sense of style that's really down to earth, but also fashion forward, I want to say. So like your combination of somebody who's very down to earth and very fashion forward, and that's what people see about you. But yeah, I'm definitely hearing that like for you, my Pile 3, you are seriously like enticing. And their first impression of you is like, wow, that's an enticing individual. Like very eloquent, very, well-spoken, maybe even well-read or educated. You know what you're talking about, okay? Some of you could be like into humanitarian things or an advocate. You're just very, very intelligent. And I just heard if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So I think that, you are somebody who knows how to take a stance. All right, let's see what else it is that people are assuming about you when they first meet you. What is it, Spirit? Please let us know how people, like the first impressions that they're giving off to people. I just heard good vibes. Okay, Spirit said that you give off good vibes, so. People may question your light. You may get that from people. You might get like haters who are like jealous because you walk into the room and you light it up, and you may get a lot of haters that are like, okay, is that person authentic? And I think it's because it can trigger people. Anytime you're good looking and intelligent and you have a bright, shiny light inside of you, people are going to question you and be like, all that petty BS. It's like, yeah, you may get a lot of haters, especially if you are a woman, and you may get that from other women, because sometimes women can be like this with each other. I don't think we should be like that with each other, but I do think that this can happen, especially if there's somebody who has some self-esteem issues. I think you can trigger this in people and make people question your light and be like, is that person really all that good? Or do they really have good intentions? Are they really, really out to like save animals or whatever? Like I said, like if you have a humanitarian heart, if you want to save animals, or like you want to save the environment, or like whatever, people may question your intentions and be like, oh, I don't know. So yeah, you may like have people that put up barriers or like don't trust you initially because they're just not sure. I think it's because it can really, you can trigger people. You're really on your path to enlightenment though, and I think a lot of people that when they first meet you, they can see that like, with the chariot, like you're going forward, like I said in the very beginning, you're driven and you're on your path to enlightenment. When I think of the chariot, I think of like literally a chariot going down a path on a road and it's going forward. So yeah, you're on a path. And you are having all kinds of spiritual downloads and stuff. And so when people's first impression of you is that you're really going places and doing things, and that it's really your soul path and your soul journey. And I just think that sometimes people get a little triggered about that too, because maybe like they don't know their path or they're a little bit unsure about what they should be doing. So people may be questioning like their own self, but like they end up projecting that onto you. Some people may think that you're a wallflower or that you're like a little bit quiet here, because this kind of goes back to this card. Maybe with some people that you don't know, you kind of don't really want to talk to people that you don't know, or like, you only want to talk to people who are like-minded or positive, like you, like-minded, positive, happy, or spiritual, enlightened people. You don't really want to give attention to things that are negative. You're a positive person. Though some people may see you or view you, their first impression of you is, oh, you're quiet, or like you're a wildflower, or like you don't care. Because sometimes people can misconstrue this as like not giving a F. Okay? So some people think, oh, they just don't care. They're not a caring person, and they may question your light or like question your intentions. I think that you trigger a lot of people. Many people do see or sense that you've ascended, especially people from your past that have known you for a while. They can see that there's a difference in you, and you look like very much like you have been enlightened, or like you're on your ascension path. Some people think that you're hypersensitive. Like, it's kind of like this card, when people first, their impressions of you might be like, somebody says something and you get offended or something, or people are like worried that you're hypersensitive or that you're gonna get offended, you know what I mean? So like some people may want to like tiptoe around you because they just don't know. You may give off like very intimidating types of vibes like that. You seem to like your privacy. People know that about you. Maybe you're not like the most outgoing person in the room. Maybe you're not like talking to literally everyone in the room. You may be very selective with who you give your energy to, and because of that, people might be like, oh, they're stuck up, or like they're way too prudent. Like, why are they, like, they may think that you think that you're above the rest, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, people might think that you're fishing for compliments, but you're not. They may think that, like, when they first meet you, they may think, oh, they're just wearing that because like they want compliments or whatever, or they like attention, but it's not. You're wearing what you like, and you could give a flying F about compliments. Like, that you look good in anything and you don't need the compliments. But look, it says here, like, you really trigger people because my pile 3, look, you don't have very many friends. So people may look at you and think, oh, they don't have very many friends. They're kind of isolating. They're somebody who's like a homebody. They must be somebody who, because like when you're out in public, maybe you're not talking to a lot of people. You could be like the kind of person that maybe you go to an event, but you have your head in a book, or like, or a nose in a book, or like you're looking at your phone quite a bit in public, and like instead of interacting with other people. So some people may be like, oh, that's the kind of person that really can be outgoing but also is selective. So they may therefore, like with certain people, you may seem outgoing, like if you feel like, okay, so you're very empathic. So like if you feel good around them, you're gonna have good vibes, right? And you're gonna be very happy and like present in the situation and very outgoing. But like if there's people that make you uncomfortable, you may kind of like seem aloof. You may seem moody. You may be friendly and then alternate. And like some people might think that you're flip-floppy, or like that you're 1 minute like you're hypersensitive, and they may not really know how to like understand you, because I think that you could be complex, pile 3, because you are a complicated creature. And it's good because nobody can like, I guess like nobody can predict or I don't know. They think that they know everything about you, but they can't really predict things about you. It leaves an element of surprise. I think that's part of your mystery, part of your pizzazz personality, your funkiness. It's a funky, fun, fresh attitude that you have that is very unusual, that a lot of people don't really possess. And it really adds to like your sexiness and your appeal, because I think that it's like it leaves a big question mark in people's heads, like, wait, what? Who is this person? It's very, very like magnetizing, I want to say. Very, very magnetizing. What I want to do now is to pull out some stickers. I've been using some of these stickers lately just for fun. So Spirit, help me to choose out the correct stickers that will help shed some light on the first impressions that my group 3 is making onto people. Okay. All right, so some of the first impressions that you're making on people would be that you look like, maybe you look like, you're very, I want to say, who is this actress? The Breakfast at Tiffany's gal. Audrey Hepburn? You could look like Audrey Hepburn or have that kind of vibe about you. She's also like smoking something in this picture. You could smoke or vape. You could have a wild side or an edginess to you. You could also be an artist. People like to meet you and make all kinds of conjectures about you, or like all kinds of assumptions, because you're very beautiful and a little bit aloof. You might have red hair or brown hair. You're very modest, actually. I noticed how like she's like covering herself up, and also wearing something very sexy with the high heels and the thigh highs. I think that you have a nice body, and that kind of it can trigger people who have like self-esteem issues into like making conjectures about you that are not true, because they're just not feeling as confident as what you're portraying. Okay. You could have some kind of tattoo like on your arm or shoulder. You have like an angelic sweetness about you, but also mixed with the va-va-voom sexiness and sex appeal. You have a toughness about you too, kind of like a tough exterior. And this one here kind of reminds me of that singer, what's her name? Amy Winehouse. You could have like Amy Winehouse vibes, you know, be very eccentric, an artist, a musician, or something like that. Maybe you like Halloween, or some of you may like scary movies, that kind of thing. You're fierce. You have a fierceness about you and an intensity about you that can kind of be jarring to some people. They don't expect that. Like I said, like I think that people can't anticipate what you're gonna do next, and like sometimes like you might seem kind of like shy or this or that, and then other times you like you may like I want to say oscillate, like go and be like all of a sudden like you feel comfortable. Like maybe it takes you a while. I think what I'm trying to say is like it takes you a while to warm up. You know, it may take you a while to warm up, like when you're in a public situation or a new setting or a new situation, it may take you a while to warm up. So the first impression of you may be like, oh, you're quiet as a church mouse, you know. But then it's like, as they see you like interacting or maybe feeling more comfortable or going in different circles, they see you acting different with different people. You know what I mean? So like the first impressions of you are like kind of a little bit mixed. But overall, I mean, I see you being somebody who definitely is very sweet and smart and outgoing, but also can be shy in certain situations, social situations. You're just very caution filled or like careful, and that's okay too. But like you have the fierceness, you have a toughness about you. You can handle your own. Yeah, that's why sometimes you trigger people. Let's go ahead and get some charms. Okay. You definitely have out of this world types of vibes. You could resonate with starseed energy. We have a wish will come true. So Spirit just wants you to know that a wish will come true for you. Your body is transforming in all the right ways. So some of you may be trying to make some changes with your body. Just know that your body is changing. And just to kind of second that, we have the butterfly. So you're definitely changing. And people really notice one of the first things people notice about you is your funky style. You could have a very original aesthetic or style about you, because we have the funky socks there. Maybe you like to wear funky socks, cool socks, or whatever. There's somebody who, I guess, like it says, I wish you could understand how I feel. There could be somebody right now in your life currently that feels like they may be out in the cold, or like they want you to understand something, so that person is just coming through. Frogs, you could collect frogs. Frogs can be a symbol of safety. Know that you are safe and protected. You make some people feel like when they first see you, they may think that you're shy or maybe nervous, or sometimes they may feel shy or nervous around you, and you're with your like light or magnificent, the energy that you give off. And then because of your vibes, you could actually attract frenemies, or people that are like fake, or they like act one way, like they want to be your friend, and then they kind of turn on you because they're jealous. It says God is orchestrating behind the scenes. So, and then we have bananas. I think that kind of just reminds me of that phrase, like, is that a banana in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I think that you really get people excited, turned on, that kind of thing. With this yin yang here, I think that just talks about like your duality and how you're very dualistic with your nature. You could be almost like split, like dichotomous, two different ways, or maybe sometimes you may feel like you have two different sides to you. You could even be a Gemini, because sometimes the Gemini twins can feel that way. The cat here just stands for like independence or good luck. And then the squirrel here is like about resourcefulness, but also when I see a squirrel, I just hear like that phrase, like bust a nut. Oh gosh. So yeah, you do really get people excited. And yeah, you make people have reactions to you. Okay. Many different types of reactions. Whether it's a bodily reaction, or like they might get like triggered, but you do give people reactions, no matter what kind of reaction that might be. But you do, and I think you know this, that you elicit different kinds of reactions in people, and it just kind of depends on the person, but you definitely get reactions out of people, whether they love you or they hate you or anything in between, or they just don't know what to do with you or your energy. Very interesting. You're definitely never ever boring. Never ever ever boring. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the astro dice, and I'm going to do a little bit of channeling with the letter tiles and put these out so you can see your name or initials in the tiles, and let that be a hint or clue that this definitely is your pile, okay? And that these are the first impressions that people have of you. So some people like these confirmations. I'm not going to be saying names today unless Spirit calls me to, but I will say like locations or vocations, okay? Occupations, that kind of thing, okay? Or hints or clues. I'm going to be filling up a whole paper with automatic writing, which is something that I call Spirit Talk. And it's downloads that I get from Spirit, and I write it down, and it's just like picking up a telephone and talking to a dear friend. But I'm talking with Spirit, and Spirit is going to tell me hints and clues about you. I'm going to fill up the whole page, but because this is a general reading, not all of it will resonate. Okay? So I heard flawless. Okay? Many people, when they see you, they think that your body looks flawless. Some people do get, jealous about this because obvious reasons. They just aren't feeling as confident as how you look. You get a lot of people wishing that they could be more like you, could be successful like you, or good looking as you, or like magnetic as you, because you seem to attract attention from all kinds of people, like, men and women and all kinds of people. Okay, I'm seeing Cupid's bow. Oh, wow. People fall in love with you so fast, so easily. It's kind of insane. You may get love bombed by people. You may attract narcissists. Some of you don't even know how really beautiful you are. Okay, Spirit just said that. I was hearing Houston, so some of you could be from Houston, Texas, or that could be a first or last name. I was hearing sepulcher, so maybe some of you were like royalty in a past life. Okay, if you've had a past life regression and you know that you were royalty, then I'm speaking to you. We have a number 3 and a number 6, which when combined is also, actually no, I take that back. Although it's never an accident, so if 6 applies to you, keep it. But it's technically a 9. September or the 9th of any month, 3, the 3rd of any month, or March, or 9 plus 3 is 11. So that could be November. Maybe you have a November birthday. Okay. We also have Gemini. So you could have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You can also play a little bit of spiritual Scrabble in here. You can look and see what you like. And if you see any words, go ahead and put it in the comment section because somebody else may benefit from that as well. Okay? All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do Spirit Talk, where I'm going to get a whole bunch of information. I just heard Violet Flame. Okay, I had to bring that through for somebody. You look very, very beautiful in purple or violet, but also with the Violet Flame, that is something that is a light worker term. You have great abilities and power to surround people and situations with a violet flame, and you may want to look into this because you have this ability to heal situations and put very powerful energy into situations by putting surrounding it with a violet flame. So definitely check into that because Spirit was bringing that through for you, my pile 3. With the purple amethyst too, you're very psychic, very in tune with your psychic gifts. And your psychic gifts are really opening up because I'm seeing like your third eye is opening up. You're very protected as well because Spirit is now showing me an evil eye. So you are very, very well protected. Keep protecting yourself as you are channeling if you're into channeling or tarot reading. Okay. Some of you may be tarot readers. So keep on, doing those protections and stuff like that. I heard distinguished. Okay, so many people, they think you're very distinguished, cultured, very classy also. Some of you could actually make your own clothing. Interesting. You could make your own clothing or hair accessories, Spirit is showing me. Okay. What else, Spirit? I heard tumbleweed, so maybe some of you are from, like, I want to say south, like in the USA, like Arizona or Texas or somewhere else where they might have, like, tumbleweeds, okay? Some of you may have a toddler because I was being shown an image of a little baby eating Cheerios. Okay, so you could have a toddler. Some of you may have trouble falling asleep or could be night owls because I'm seeing like somebody who is maybe experiencing like insomnia. Okay, that could be you. All right. What else, Spirit? Somebody here has very hypnotic eyes. Very hypnotic eyes. Some people may accuse you of even bewitching them because you do have very hypnotic type of eyes. Some of you are in the performing arts, okay? Because I was hearing that. You could be dancers or in the theater or something like that. But I was hearing performing arts. So, you could be into media. You could be, what's it called? Spirit is showing me, what is it, Spirit? Marketing. Yep, you could be into marketing. Thank you, Spirit. I don't know why this is coming through, but you could be like an engineer, a sound engineer. You could work as a stage crew, I'm hearing, for different like plays or something like that. Some of you like to collect mushroom stuff that looks like this, like mushrooms. Okay, maybe you like to collect mushroom bowls or mushroom anything, memorabilia or whatever. But mushrooms are coming through here. Some of you could be, I don't know why this is coming through, fly fishing? Okay, maybe some of you like fly fishing. That seems really, really random. I don't know why I just said the name Randy. Maybe your name is Randy. Some of you like have an affinity for birds, okay? Or maybe you you put out a bird feeder and you enjoy watching birds visit your home. You could have a love for birds or unusual animals. You could have an unusual pet, okay? I'm hearing. Some of you may have a French bulldog. That seems very random, but I was hearing that. You could have a French bulldog, and you might see their name here in it, or the name of your pet. Doesn't have to be a bulldog. Some of you could be into real estate. Maybe you, oh, I just heard commerce, online commerce. Some of you sell things online, commerce, okay? Maybe you have like an eBay store or something like that. I don't know. I was hearing like online commerce. I was hearing lapis lazuli. Maybe some of you enjoy wearing lapis lazuli. Or maybe you just bought some lapis lazuli jewelry. I cannot talk today. Some of you are in the public eye. So public eye, whether you have, you know, your own channel or maybe you're a blogger or something like that, but you could be in the public eye. Some of you could be like learning how to like do remote viewing or practicing this skill. If so, keep going, keep practicing. It's something that you can always improve. I do think that with this pile, you have a real gift for this because otherwise Spirit wouldn't bring that through. So if you're interested in learning more about remote viewing, just Google it. I'm sure you can find videos about it and stuff like that. But you definitely have a raw talent for it. Some of you, this is very random, but like some of you may really like John Mayer music. Okay, I'm hearing specifically like your body is a wonderland. So somebody may be thinking about that your body is a wonderland. I think that's by John Mayer. Some of you make artwork and you might even sell it, or you could sell it. And some of you may make jewelry and sell it. That's coming through too. And I was also hearing Nightwish, so that's a band. Maybe you like Nightwish. Let me know if any of this is resonating with you, okay? That's what Spirit wanted to bring through. And if none of that resonated with you, well, that's okay too. Maybe try a different pile, or yeah, just take the first part if you like the first part and the first part resonated. Anyway, this is just meant to be extra confirmations. Please do be sure to remember I'm all about that subscriber bonus, so you can, you know, hit subscribe, and I'll be channeling your overall energy, and we'll be talking about what makes you stand out, okay, in good ways and positive ways in a crowd. And so I think you're really going to enjoy that. And if you'd like a personal reading, know that I do offer those. And you can find all the info in the description box about how to obtain a personal reading with me. And if you enjoy 18 plus uncensored readings, I have a Patreon. You can go to my description box. There's a link for my Patreon. You can check it out. See if you like it. And also, if you would like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. All right. Thanks again so much for being here, and I hope to see you all at the subscriber bonus. Thanks for all my returning subscribers for being here. Thank you to my channel members, and thank you to my current Patreon members. Take good care, and until next time, bye. Hello, and welcome to the subscriber bonus, all about what makes you stand out in good ways. So what are your most attractive features and such? All right, so I'm going to be using these, and I'm also going to be using some of these stickers. They've been a lot of fun. So I'm going to use some of these stickers. So Spirit, help me to choose the correct items here for this reading that will reveal the energy, oops, of my subscriber base who's here today, and what are their most attractive features about them. What makes them stand out? What makes them stand out, Spirit? Okay. So here we go. You have spellbinding energy. You almost look so sweet and innocent, but yet daring and a deep thinker. So you got all these vibes going on. You are somebody who's very sensual, sexual with your nature. The clothing you wear can be very daring at times. Also, you can very much look innocent and sweet. Just depends on what you're going for in your mood. When you go on dates, you can be very alluring. You can really almost like make people like fall in love with you to the point where they may wonder or question if they're under some kind of love spell. With the spellbinding energy here, you could have fiery red hair or just, you know, have brown hair here. It doesn't really matter the hair color, but whatever the hair color is, it's very like silky looking. People definitely notice your silky hair. You have beautiful lips. You could have like a really nice Cupid's bow here, and your nose is very proportionate with your eyes. It's just like a very beautiful look naturally. You don't really need a lot of makeup, but when you do wear makeup, for my feminines out there who enjoy makeup, it really can amplify what you already have and just really make you stand out in a really big way that it's kind of like, I don't know, like I was hearing like a head above the rest. Like it makes you stand out in ways that are unique. And you could really go for some bold looks if you wanted to. You could pull off some really bold looks, like more daring outfits if you chose to. You could really pull off some, I mean, I think you look very beautiful in like very dark colors and dark eyeshadows. Like I'm seeing like kind of like somebody who likes the, I don't know, like the darker kind of clothing. It just seems like you look very powerful when you wear this kind of like dark clothing. It could be like dark blue or dark burgundy or even black. I think these are like your power colors. You look very good in dark colors. I think that you get a lot of people checking you out. You know, you get a lot of, you could even attract a lot of older men or older people in general that like to check you out. Okay, you have youthful vibes. Again, we have the, like, you have like some kind of witchy appeal about you, and you almost like put people under some kind of love spell, and that's what makes you stand out. You also have like curves for days. If you're a female watching this, you have curves for days. You have like beautiful hips. The hips to waist ratio is like chef's kiss. Your breasts are very nice. Your chest area is just very nice. You could have full breasts. You don't have to, but they're just like the shape is very nice. You also have just like very beautiful hands, the way they're shaped. Some of you could have like, I don't know, like really good makeup application skills. Like this kind of like reminds me of the Dia de la Muertes, the Day of the Dead makeup. And in order to do that right, you have to be really skillful at it. So I think that when you do apply makeup, like I said, like you really stand out. That's how I'm interpreting this card, is like when you do your makeup, if you're like a feminine out there, you really know how to stand out because it really amplifies what you already have. And with this, like, it's kind of like a secretive sort of symbol. I think that you're very mysterious. And you could have a very witchy or mysterious kind of like vibe about you. And even like when you walk, you could have like a little hip sway or something like that. Like the way that you look down, you know, all the angles in which your body looks good. And you know how to like work the room, I just heard. What else, Spirit? Yeah, there's something very, very eye catching about you when you enter a room. All eyes are on you. You may like to wear like boots that are like knee high boots, okay? Sometimes people may think that you're dangerously seductive, okay? Again, we have another witch. Wow. So, yeah, with the knee high boots, that's crazy. So you could like to wear knee high boots or thigh high boots, even. Wow. Wow. Okay. Even if you are not like, you know, somebody who practices Wiccan beliefs, you could still be witchy because maybe you like tarot or astrology or things like that. Like maybe you just have witchy vibes like that, like kind of mysterious, you know. Very sexy vibes too with this card here, this little sticker. The way that you like bite your lip or bite your fingers here, I'm noticing there's like a kind of like a similarity here between these two cards and also this one. Like when you put your fingers up to your mouth or like your hands up to your face, there's some like kind of like coyness or shyness about you. It almost makes you look like you're innocent or shy, but yet you have a dangerously bold sense about you too. And so I think that people can get really, really enthralled with your energy. You have cool vibes too. Some of you, you like to wear tank tops. You look very good in tank tops. You could like to wear like revealing, like tops that reveal your cleavage, which you have a very nice, you know, you have nice cleavage. And you can wear a lipstick shade of just about any color. I'm seeing here, look, you look good with reds, purple, and pinks. But also nude lipsticks if you're like somebody who enjoys wearing makeup. I think that your legs look so beautiful too that a lot of people might think that you're wearing nylons when you're not. So your legs just like the color of your skin, the tone, everything about your skin on your legs and your skin makes people think that you must be wearing nylons when you're wearing like, you know, short skirts or dresses or whatever. But honestly, like you really are the type of person that you don't need nylons. You just have really beautiful legs. Honestly, I don't speak Greek, but this looks like this looks Greek to me. If you know what this says, please let me know. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera. I'd be very curious to know what that says. It looks like Greek to me. But I can tell you what's happening in the picture is that he's definitely checking her out. And she's eating like a delicious treat. And I think he's thinking like you're a delicious treat. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's something really beautiful about your mouth. Strangers like to watch your mouth when you're eating or when you're talking or like when you're biting your lip or like biting your finger. Like you just have like a natural sexiness about you and your body movements are sexy. I'm hearing that song, I like the way you move. So people do, they like the way that you move your body. I just heard like many of you have like a tight booty. You could do like I want to say something to get your booty nice and toned or shaped really well. It would be like squats or something like that. Some of you do squats. You have a nice toned shape to your booty and your legs look toned too, and a very nice like I said, like waist to hip ratio. You don't have to be like the trimmest person in the world to look sexy and fine. You look good no matter what size or shape you are, but like the shape is good. It doesn't matter what size you are, but your shape looks good. It looks very much like hourglass type if you're a female. It looks like you take care of your body. And what else can I say about you? I mean, you have really beautiful hair. Your aura draws people in. And you look good with like a low ponytail or hair down, or even half up, half down with like tendrils for my feminines out there. You really can't go wrong, because anything you do, it seems like when you put an effort into your looks, you can't go wrong. You could even have tattoos. Some of you have tattoos on your thighs, you know, like your legs, the upper part of your legs. Very, very pretty. And shoulder area too. Somebody here might have like angel wings on their back or something like that, because I'm definitely seeing that for somebody. I think that even if you don't really even realize it fully, you could be giving off witchy vibes. Okay. Which really isn't a bad thing. It's just like a sense of mystery, or like not being quite able to figure out what you're thinking, because you always look like you're deep in thought. Some people might think that you're having a lot of like, you know, naughty thoughts. They may just like wonder what you're thinking. It's very interesting. I think that they just probably think that because you're very mysterious in the way that you move your body and stuff. Like, people may think that you express yourself through sexuality. Okay, very interesting. Well, I hope that this resonated with you. Please let me know if it did in the comments. Thanks again so much for being part of my subscriber base, and I'm truly grateful to have you all here with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, or whenever you're watching this, and take real good care. Until next time. Bye.